Today, live from Hershey, the Lincoln Park Performing Arts Charter School returns the Pennsylvania high school basketball's biggest stage with hopes of returning the go to basketball to Midland, the town that once won the state of Bruce. It's the little Lincoln Park Leopards and the Mass Civics and Science Charter Mighty Elephants. It's the PIAA Boys Single-A Basketball State Championship coming up next on the Champ Sports Network. Coming to you live from the Giant Center at Chocolate Town, USA, Champ Sports Network welcomes you to the PIAA Class Single-A Boys Basketball State Championship. As this afternoon from Hershey, it's the Mass Civics and Science Charter School Mighty Elephants taking on your Leopards from Lincoln Park Performing Arts Charter School. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt Fargo, joined alongside Wes Scholler. Welcome to Hershey. And oh, how sweet it is to be here as the Lincoln Park Leopards, Wes, they make their third trip to the state championship in 4 years. The 1 year they missed was last year, but this is their first trip returning to Hershey, where it was the last time that a team that called Midland home won a state championship a mere back 37 years ago when Midland High School won the state championship convincingly at that. But now a newfound, the rebirth of Midland basketball in the former Lincoln Park Performing Arts Charter School. They come here this afternoon with just 32 minutes separating them and a state championship.
And they got to be fired up. No disrespect intended to the Bryce Jordan Center and the beautiful campus at State College, but this is Hershey. This is Chocolate Town, USA. When you think Pennsylvania high school athletics championships at any sport, I don't care if it's basketball, soccer, football, you think Hershey, you think the Giant Center. And we dodged a little snow back in Pittsburgh to make it here where it's beautiful and in the 50s, and things are about to get real hot here on the court, on the hardwood, inside the Giant Center.
Taking a look at how these two teams got here, it wasn't really difficult for Lincoln Park. They rolled through the state tournament, defeated Johnsonburg 96-47 in a rematch of last year's semifinal. Then back on March 11th, they defeated Forbes Road 81-28 before defeating Vincentian Academy 99-64, and then in the semifinal took down the Huskies from Bishop Carroll 70-28 to advance to the state championship. For Mass Civics and Science, the Mighty Elephants, they won by 50 in their opening round game, 100-50 over Delaware County Christian. Then in the quarterfinals, defeating Sullivan County 57-39. Their close matchup came on March 14th, 47-46. Beating Church Farm by just 1 point, and then a rout of previously undefeated Newman Regional Academy, 76-53, and now here they are. And ironically enough, Wes, the last time that these two teams met was in a state championship 3 years ago. Mass Civics and Science won that game. They pulled away at the end, but there's not really that many players. But I'm telling you what, Mark Javits, Mike Brisky, this coaching staff, they remember it all too well, and they'd like to get a little bit of revenge over the Mighty Elephants here this afternoon.
And something that you'll hear whenever you hear one of Lincoln Park's coaches talk, when you hear one of their players talk, as we often have in our post-game interviews, they all talk about the Midland family. They all talk about this being family. And so you're absolutely right, Matt. It might have been 3 years ago. There might not be many people in terms of the students still around that are the same. But this coaching staff, this community, they remember that disappointment of walking out of here with silver, if you will, instead of the big gold chocolate bar.
Well, Lincoln Park enters tonight's game 20 loss, comes to Newcastle. Early in the season, that was a 71-63 loss. And to tell you how good Newcastle is, they're still playing basketball. They're coming here to the Giant Center tomorrow night. That game right here on the Champ Sports Network is they'll play for a state championship. So The only team that they lost to, West, this year is playing in the Quad A state championship. They'll play the final basketball game of this season in the state of Pennsylvania. So that's saying a lot.
That's very impressive, but at the same time, it might be a little bit worrisome because you kind of worry what might happen if they get tested throughout the length of this game, especially down the stretch in the fourth quarter. You look at math, civics, and science. They're 15-14. I mean, they're barely over 500. It's weird to think about a team being in the state championship barely being over 500. When you look at their schedule, you look at the teams they've played. You mentioned they only played 4 single-A teams the whole year. You wonder if this thing is tight down the end, a couple, 1, 2, 3-point game, and how that will affect Lincoln Park, if the advantage will go to Math, Civics, and Science Center because they've been in those close games before. But we know Lincoln Park, they don't want to leave it up to chance. We know they want to have a comfortable lead in the fourth quarter. We know that they would like to win this thing by 20, 30 points. And we'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah, I was talking to the coaches pregame, and we're going to talk to Mike Brisky here in a minute. But talking to them, Brisky said he wants to win by that 30, 40-point margin. One of the assistant coaches, Coach Rowan, he said he doesn't care if they win by 1 win, and Mark Javen says, I don't make predictions. So I got all over the map as far as what the coaches were thinking. And you were alluding to this schedule that definitely you cannot overlook this Mighty Elephant squad, 15-14, as Wes mentioned. And they also played 8 out-of-state teams. So they only played 4 teams, as Wes alluded to, only 4 teams in Class Single A in the state of Pennsylvania. Then they played 8 out of state. Those 4 teams that they did play in Class Single A, they won all 4 of them, and they won all 4 of them convincingly. The 8 out-of-state teams, I mean, you're talking about some of the very best across the country.
Monteverde Academy from Florida. That
one sticks out more than anything. That was a 92-51 loss. They also played Orlando Christian and only lost to them by 3. So although their record definitely doesn't show it, this is a good basketball team, and they have a ton of height. And Lincoln Park's has never had to match up against the height that they're going to see from MCS Charter. Well, we got a chance to, as I do, get a chance to talk to Mike Brisky, and we will get you set with that when we return to the PIAA State Championships. It's Lincoln Park and MCS Charter coming up here on the Champ Sports Network. For promotional products, JR Advertising has been building relationships and creating quality solutions for customers for over 30 years. We're excited to devise solutions to your marketing, promotion, and recognition challenges. Whether you're looking for a specific item or just browsing for ideas, our site is your one-stop shopping source. Visit us online at jradspec.com for more information. That's jradspec.com. JR Advertising. We don't compete, we create. And we welcome you back inside the Giant Center, getting set for the PIAA Single A Boys State Championship presented by JR Advertising. Time now to get a chance to talk with Assistant Coach and Athletic Director Mike Brisky. Mike, we're in Hershey. We are in Hershey. The mission to get here has been accomplished, but the mission to win it all is now 32 minutes away.
Yeah, Matt, I gotta tell you, good to see you. We love seeing you. Love being interviewed by you. You guys are great. 3 goals: section, WPIL, not getting to the state, winning the state. So, but a huge task in front of us. We know what we have to do, but we are more prepared than we were the last 2 times that we were here. We were always focused, but we have guys that were here before a couple years ago that felt a disappointment. So, and obviously, Coach Jay and I felt the disappointment. So we know what we have to do.
Does this feel any different being here than, even for you personally, than it has the last 2 times? Obviously, it's a different venue, but does it feel any different? Do you feel almost like you know what to expect as far as getting here and the hype that comes with playing in the state championship?
The difference is it's the home of Pennsylvania basketball. It's back in Hershey, and I told you after the game with Bishop Carroll. I remember my dad taking me out here to watch state championship basketball games. So, you know, this makes it feel like where we should be. I love Penn State. Absolutely loved it. We didn't do very well there. What an unbelievable facility. But, you know, this is a great place. This is great. A little bit more cozy. There'll be fans will be packed. We'll be hearing everybody cheer. And it's the home of high school basketball. This is where it should be. And we're excited that we got the opportunity to be here.
X's and O's cannot count out this Mass Civics and Science team, albeit the record kind of looks not the way that you're expecting the team to come out onto the floor, given that they played a lot of teams outside of the state of Pennsylvania. What do you know about this team?
You know, they're long, athletic, kind of like us. You know, probably hard-nosed. I mean, I think they played a schedule that might have had the Celtics on it. I don't know that or not, but I mean, they played a schedule. It's unbelievable. Traveled probably more than the Celtics too. They played in about 4 different states. So, you know, they're Philadelphia guys, going to be tough guys, going to try to come out and do what they think they can do, and we're going to try to do what we do. And our guys now know that it is 32 minutes away, and a hard 32 minutes we can be successful and achieve the goal we started at the beginning of the year, or actually the end of last year, is to win a state championship. But it's going to be tough.
No question that the offense could be funneled through any one of the 5 guys on the floor with you guys, but throughout the playoffs, it's been your sophomore, Maverick Rowan, that's really stepped up and played on a different level, averaging 30 points in the postseason.
Well, you know, you have to know where Mav is, and same with Elijah and the rest of the guys. But here's, if you saw, you know, you were at every game, but at every game, you know, they try to take Maverick away, and it's hard to take Maverick away because we know they're going to do that, so we have something ready for that. But each time somebody stepped up, Ryan Skavenko, Antonio Kellum, Nelly, Elijah, you know, you always have to worry about Elijah, but, you know, we played a game 2 games ago against Vincentian, and they were playing a triangle and 2, and Ryan Skavenko banged his first 3 threes, and then what are they going to do? So, you know, we're not a one-dimensional team. You can try to take Maverick away. That's close to impossible because he's such a tough competitor and tough player. But then you got 4 or 5 other guys that can still get it done.
Now being back here for you personally, I know you want it for these kids, but for Lincoln Park, for Midland, what we were talking about at the end of the semifinal, this means a lot more than just walking out and having gold medals and walking out with a trophy. This means a lot more to a lot more people.
Oh, absolutely. It means a lot to the community. It means a lot to the town. You know, everybody says home of basketball, Midland, Pennsylvania. It means a lot to bring it back to the community and the school. It validates what we do, our program, that we want to be the best at everything we do at the school, and this can validate it. And, you know, the haters out there will always be haters. You know, the lovers will be the lovers, and no matter what happens, they'll still have their opinion. But for us, it's great for the school, great for the community, great for the kids. It's not about the coaches. It really isn't. We're here for the kids. That's what we're here for. I'll be excited. I am excited. You know, I'm a spitter. When I get excited, I just start spitting. I've been spitting all over the place, and not on the floor, but I'm excited, ready to go, but I'm excited for everyone else.
Coach, go out there and best of luck, and go out and validate.
All right, Matt. Thanks, my man. Great seeing you. Go kiss your bald your partner on the head over there. Good.
Welcome back to the floor here at the center as we are getting set for the starting lineups. Back with Wes Yoler, Matt Fargo. Those of you that are tuning in across the state of Pennsylvania, back in Midland, Western Pennsylvania, or across the seas, we all welcome you for this presentation of the PIAA Basketball State Championship. Here are the starting lineup. First, for Mass Civics and Science Charter School, the District 12 champions, a record of 15-14 out of Philadelphia. They wear navy and white, and they are coached by Dan Jackson. They will start a 5'11 junior guard, Tyrese Hester, a 6'5 sophomore forward, Nazir Bostic, a 6'4 junior guard, Samir Daughtry, a 6'3 senior guard, Luis Myers, and a 6'7 junior forward, Mike Watkins. And for your Lincoln Park Leopards, they, of course, the champions of the WPIAL in District 7 out of Midland, Pennsylvania, and they're led by their head coach, Mark Javins, assistants Mike Boriski, Mark Javins Jr., and Ron Rowan. They will start the usual suspects. The 6'1 junior guard, Antonio Kellum. The 6'7 senior forward, Ryan Skowrenko. The 5'10 freshman guard, Rennell Cummings, running the point. The center at 6'9", a senior, Elijah Minnie. And at guard, a 6'7" sophomore, number 24, Maverick Rowan. Wes, we're gearing up here. It's just moments away from tip-off. Your thoughts as we get set for the Elephants and the Leopards.
They got the lights dimmed down here for the intros. This is pretty professional. This is exactly what these kids have been waiting for all year. I think the first 4 to 8 minutes, kind of the first half of the first quarter and the entire first quarter, if you will, is going to be big. It's going to really, we'll see how Lincoln Park will react, maybe possibly being in a close game at the end of the first quarter, which we don't see too often. We'll see. Another thing we see from Lincoln Park very often is them coming out to a oftentimes 10-point lead, 13-point lead, 15-point lead right off the bat. They like to jump on their opponents quickly. We'll see if Math, Civics, and Sciences has something to say about that. We'll see if maybe they can get out to a little bit of a lead and pressure Lincoln Park. Should be a lot of fun. Lots of young players that'll factor in for both teams. Lots of sophomores, a couple freshmen. So it'll be interesting to see how the younger players handle their nerves. We should be in for a high-scoring, very exciting game. See a couple alley-oops, see a couple slamma-jammas.
Yeah, I think one of the most interesting things for me is to see Lincoln Park match up against the size.
Yep.
Have not seen it throughout the tournament, and I almost want to see, and I told Mike Boriski before our interview, I said I kind of want to see a game go into the second half and it not already be decided. So, this team I think is ready, very focused. Elijah and Ryan and even Antonio and Mav, none of them wanted to say much to me before the game. They were very locked in. So it's going to be interesting to see, no doubt about it.
You're right. You mentioned the size. Math, Civics, and Science starts guy who's 6'5", 6'7", 6'4", and 6'3". So they got some height. And you're right. Lincoln Park has not seen that all year, especially in this tournament in their past 3 or 4 games.
All right, when we come back, it's the tip-off of the 2014 PIAA Boys Single A's Basketball State Championship. Live from the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania, right here on the Champ Sports. Get ready. It's the Leopards and the Elephants coming up next. Looking for promotional products? JR Advertising has been building relationships and creating quality solutions for customers for over 30 years. We're excited to devise solutions to your marketing, promotion, and recognition challenges. Whether you're looking for a specific item or just proud, our site is one-stop shopping source. Visit us on jradspec.com for more information. That's jradspec.com. Advertising. We don't compete, we create.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93 or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
All right. A Panera Bread customer. I am the mother of 4 children, and I'm a professional violinist. After eating the breakfast power sandwich, I know that I'm fueled for the day and I feel satisfied. To me, this is the only fresh, wholesome option out there because the competitors have something that's processed that they're warming up in a way. What I love about the breakfast power sandwich are the wonderful ingredients. It's the all-natural egg, the white cheddar, and some on freshly baked whole grain bread. Something under 350 calories, and that's awesome. Panera Bread, make today better.
When everyone else is going to sleep, I'm just getting up. Every night, in every bakery cafe, we bake fresh bread from fresh dough. Not because it's easy, but because that's what makes the best bread. And when it comes out of the oven, it smells so good. Panera, baking is our passion. It's a craft and an art form. Real bread, fresh dough, done right. Making to better. It's a belief that fresh bread makes the difference.
Hi, I'm Charlie Batch from the Best of the Batch Foundation. Follow your favorite WPIL team anywhere you go this season. The Champ Sports Network mobile app from iPhone or Android, powered by Sport Engine. Just research Sport NGIN on your app store and get access to scores, standings, and stats. Even upload pictures and videos. Sports Engine app from Champ Sports Network. Champions play here.
We are back live at the Giants Center, Champ Sports Network. It's the PIAA Basketball State Championship alongside Wesley Uhler, Matt Farago, Jeff Winke alongside as well. We're going to go Lincoln Park and MCS Charter.
This should be a lot of fun. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of points scored today, Matt.
And the Duke Blue Devils just went down.
I was just getting ready to tell you that. Brackets busted.
It is March Madness, but we have the high school madness here. My bracket's gone, by the way.
It's all right, Matt. Just embrace the madness. Just enjoy it. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It started off so good, too. Elijah Minnie will take the jump against the 6'7" Mike Watkins. And Lincoln Park wins the jump, and it's controlled by Rennell Cummings to work to our near side. Far side wing, it's Antonio Kellum. Maverick Rowan with the basketball. To the far side wing, Elijah Minnie for three. Well off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Nazir Bostic. He'll push it up. The alley-oop is thrown out of bounds and out off of the Elephants. Lincoln Park basketball here with 7:42 to play in the opening quarter.
Not a smart decision there by Boston. He had numbers, no reason to throw that alley pass. Worked for a good shot.
Second trip up the floor for Lincoln Park. It's a little bit more contained and organized as Kellum brings the ball up on a right-handed dribble. Bounce pass inside. Rowan gets off the glass. Too hard. Rebound fought for and won by Bostic. And Bostic will settle it down and bring it across the timeline. To the far side wing, it is controlled by Samir Daughtry. Daughtry on a right-handed dribble. Swings it out to the top of the key, and Bostic. Far side wing, three ball by Myers. Clangs off the rim. Skovrenko, the rebound. Here's Nellie Cummings, the freshman, here to the near side. Skovrenko pulls up for three. Top of the right wing. It's off the rim, and another rebound for MCS Charter. This time, Mike Watkins got his pulse on the basketball. Hester across the timeline for the Elephants and works it to his left in Daughtry. Running the point is Bostic. Hester and now to Daughtry on the side wing. Few dribbles and a crossover move, moving the basketball between his legs and moving it to the center of the court. Bounce pass over to Bostic, who drives and kicks it back out to Myers, who throws a hook shot that tipped off a few hands, and Cummings came out with the basketball. Pushing it up in transition and now backs it up to center court. Skovrenko, deep three on its way, and the first points of the basketball game are hit for Skovrenko.
And he wanted that one. He was calling for it the whole way down the court.
3-0 Lincoln Park. 6 minutes to play. Took almost 2 minutes for our first bucket. There's a three ball from the far side wing. That off the rim, no good. Thrown up by Hester. Rebound underneath by Watkins, and he gets MCS Charter on the board. On the recycling. 3-2. LP with the lead, and here's Kellum to the far side wing and Maverick Rowan. And lost the ball out of bounds. And it will be Elephants ball from the baseline. From the sideline, rather. 5:42 here in the first. Hester with the basketball. Nearly lost it. Throw up, and we got a travel call as Samir Daughtry, the 6'4 junior, Took too many steps with the basketball. Lincoln Park will get the possession. It's Rennell Cummings across the timeline on a right-handed dribble. Near side wing, three by Skovrenko. Off the rim, no good. Tipped around to the rebound, pulled down by Daughtry and MCS Charter. They move it up. Daughtry all the way, bucket, and the foul. The foul, I believe, is going to be charged to Skovrenko. It will. His first to the team's first, and that sends the 6'4 junior to the line for one shot. Up and good. 5-3 our score. Cummings will bring the basketball up. Across the center stripe, lost control of the basketball momentarily, and then a foul called. This will be the first charge to MCS. Antonio Kellum will trigger the basketball in, get it into the sophomore Maverick Rowan, and Rowan returns the favor to Kellum. Kellum trying to get a screen from Skovrenko, wasn't able to. Still able to work the ball here to the near side wing. And Cummings got it back over to Kellum. Kick out. Three is on the way from Rowan. Hit off the front of the rim and into the hands of Mike Watkins, who kicks it out on the outlet pass ahead to Hester. Hester trying to split the D. No look pass to the baseline as trying to get it over to Daughtry, who misses the layup. Rebound underneath by Watkins. And the third time's the charm on the putback by the 6'7 junior who's verbally committed to Penn State University.
And he is having his way on the glass and in the paint right now. First time we've seen that happen to Lincoln Park in a long time.
Loose basketball, scrum forward, a pull-up J on the baseline by Maverick Rowan is hit. And that makes it 7-5 Lincoln Park. On the other side, a hook shot by Watkins. Sat on the rim and fell in. Cummings across the timeline. Bounce pass over to the far side wing. Rowan, the pull-up J, and it's good.
Great job manufacturing his own shot there, Maverick Rowan. Didn't have much space, but quick dribble. Got enough to get the pretty jump shot off.
9-7. Mass Civics at Science leads. A pass inside the paint, trying to get a putback. There's a block by Elijah Minnie, his first of the afternoon. And then we get a jump ball call and a scrum for the basketball right underneath the MCS Charter basket. And the possession arrow favors the Elephants.
Good to see a good response there from Elijah Minnie. Mike Watkins was kind of having his way there in those first
Unbelievable. Back with Wes Uhler. I'm Matt Farago. So glad you made us a part of your state championship experience as this one. How about
This is fun. This is just pure 100% good old-fashioned American fun right here. Two great high school teams going at it. The fans are loud. Both coaches, both benches are into it, and this should be a scintillating final 3.5.
Lincoln Park will get the possession. They have a 6-0 lead in the fourth quarter, and then Kellum almost got his pocket pick, was able to get it over to Cummings. Cummings drives, stops, pops for three, off the rim, put back by Minnie, no good. One-hander by Rowan, it's good, and Lincoln Park takes the lead, 59-57 with 3 minutes to play.
Maverick Rowan with one hand scooped that rebound and put it back up. Looked like he was being held. Unbelievable.
And a drive, no look pass to Daughtry underneath. He is in traffic, but he gets the shot off. We're back tied at 59. Under 3 to play. Back and forth we go. Cummings will control the point. Out to the far side wing. Ryan Skovrenko. Lob pass in to Rowan. A foul is called. It's on the floor. That's 2 shots more than likely for Maverick Rowan, as that's the 8th foul. 1-1 coming for the sophomore to give Lincoln Park back the lead.
And that's, like you mentioned, that's probably the last person in all of Pennsylvania that you want to send to the foul line.
How about this? 2:37 to play in the fourth. We're tied at 49. The first shot from the sophomore is good. Of course it is.
It's somewhere Jamie Dixon fist pumps. He can shoot and he can make free throws.
2 for 2 at the line for Skovrenko. It's a 2-point advantage for Lincoln Park. Still a ton of time left. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Daughtry in trouble. He is fouled. On the floor foul. It's only going to be the 5th or 4th foul charged to Lincoln Park. And that's going to be against Antonio Kellum, and he's going to foul out. Antonio Kellum, the junior, will watch the rest of the state championship from a seat along the Lincoln Park bench. And that means Chris Pipkin will check in. They get it in. It's Daughtry. Well off the mark. That might have been partially blocked. Hester's in trouble. Worked it into Watkins.
Pass.
Blocked by Minnie. Out of bounds off Lincoln Park. But Minnie right into the face of Watkins.
What a pass by Hester. What a block by Minnie. Minnie has just been Mr. Defense this second half. The minister of defense.
They get it in. Watkins, one dribble, fadeaway shot off the front iron. Skovrenko the rebound. Cummings with the basketball now. He'll dribble through traffic. Still in the backcourt. Lead pass ahead to Chris Pipkin. He's on the left side wing, conducts traffic. Got it up top to Rowan. Mark Javins conducts signals from the sideline. Skovrenko up top. Under 2 to play in the state championship. Lincoln Park by 2. And a foul will be charged. And the freshman will go to the line to try to give Lincoln Park their first 2-possession lead of the game.
Talk about how things have done a full 180 here. Only 2 points this fourth quarter for MCS. And all the momentum in Lincoln Park's end right now.
The freshman, Nellie Cummings. First shot. It's good. Nothing but net. Ice water in his veins from the freshman.
Well, I mean, when you're going to, have the nickname of Nelly, you got to be cool as the other side of the pillow.
Coming second from the line. It is good. 4-point advantage. 63-59 Leopards. We're down to 1:45 on a running clock in the fourth quarter. Into the near side. Daughtry on the near side wing. 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles, a spin move. Trying to do it all himself, and he did. Off the window, good for 2. And a timeout taken by the Elephants. 1:36 to play in regulation, and it's 63-61. Back to a 2-point game and a full timeout charged.
And Daughtry wanted the and one call there, as did the entire MCS coaching staff. The official just shook his head. Daughtry might have had a little bit of a correct beef, if you will. But at this stage in the game, it's going to have to be something pretty obvious, you would think, for the referees.
Both teams with now one timeout remaining. And a Lincoln Park chant has erupted here at the Giant Center. Lincoln Park wanted to know where they were inbounding the ball from. Wow. I know that's kind of an understatement, but this is unbelievable.
This is unbelievable. This is exactly what you want. You can't ask for anything better. Except for maybe, dare I say it, some overtime.
Oh, man.
We'll see what Buffalo Wild Wings has planned.
You know, during the NCAA tournament last night, someone mentioned that, and we made the mention. We were hoping that Buffalo Wild Wings actually got paid for the.
Yeah.
They had to pay for but they said someone hit the Buffalo Wild Wings button. Now we gave them free press. You're welcome. Well, after the timeout, we killed that and broke some ice there. Skovrenko in. Minnie, back to Skovrenko, back to Minnie, back to Skovrenko, back to Minnie as they play pitch and catch. Cummings will drive all the way back over to Minnie, lay it up off the inside of the rim, but Cummings saved the rebound. Baseline jumper is good for two. That freshman gets it done. 65-61. A minute 15 to play, and a foul is charged on the other end.
It's going to be a foul on the floor, so no shots here for MCS coming up.
Rowan third. Maverick Rowan with 35 points. Exactly half of the Lincoln Park output.
Unbelievable.
Inbound goes up top to Barnes. Barnes controls on a left-hand dribble, works it here to the near side to Hester. Hester drives. Right block, lost control. Skovrenko the basketball. Over to Rowan. We're down to a minute to play. Rowan lost it. Are they going to call a foul? They're going to call it out of bounds off of Lincoln Park. How is it not a foul? As Rowan was hit to the floor.
Not sure about that one, Matt.
Wow. And the officials didn't know what to do. One shrugged.
Yep.
Daughtry inbound. We're under a minute to play in the state championship. 65-61 Lincoln Park. Three ball on its way. It rims out. The putback's good. And a foul. Nazir Bostic got the bucket. And he gets the foul. Bostic to the line for one shot to make it a 1-point game with 50 seconds left. And foul shots are going to be absolutely critical for the next 50 seconds. Bostic converts. Shot is good.
1-point game.
Cummings dribbles up. He gets all the way up the floor. Cummings will stop, pop, and the roll no good. Pipkin underneath is fouled, and Chris Pipkin will go to shoot two. And could this be the guy? Could the sixth man be the guy,
the senior,
to lock it up for Lincoln Park? Chris Pipkin, the transfer out of New Brighton, a senior at 6'5", heads to the line for two of the biggest free throws in Lincoln Park basketball history. 41 seconds to play. Two dribbles from Pipkin. He'll send the shot on its way, and it is nothing but net.
That one was true the whole way. 2-point lead for the Leps.
This to make it three. Double bonus the rest of the way for Lincoln Park, by the way. Two dribbles, and number one sends it on its way, and it's good. 3-point lead, Lincoln Park. 40 seconds to play.
Still plenty of time left for MCS. You don't need a three here. You just need good shots.
35 seconds now. Pass inside. Up and blocked. Minnie got the block on Bostic underneath. So they'll inbound from the baseline with 32 seconds to play. Bostic up top. They get it over to Barnes. Barnes to the far side wing and Hester. Hester cross-court pass to Daughtry. Daughtry lost the basketball out of bounds. That's Lincoln Park basketball. No doubt that was thrown and was not off a Leopard. And a timeout taken by Lincoln Park. The Leopard faithful that made the trip out here to Hershey are standing with 24 seconds left. It's a 3-point game, 67-64. And the final timeout taken by Lincoln Park.
And Maverick Rowan's little siblings are over there dancing. And nobody on that bench was more fired up than Antonio Kellum. But wow, you just can't say enough about the defensive effort from Elijah Minnie. All game, really, but especially this second half. Elijah Minnie, man, he owns the paint. If you want in there, you're going to have to lease it from him. Just an unbelievable effort from the senior.
Our game reset, JR Advertising game reset. The possession arrow favors MCS Charter. Timeouts, Lincoln Park has done. MCS has 1 remaining. Team fouls, MCS with 10, Lincoln Park with 6 currently. And foul trouble, MCS, Bostic has 3, Daughtry with 4. Antonio Kellum has already fouled out of the game, and Maverick Rowan with 3 fouls. Our JR Advertising game reset. 67-64 with 24 seconds to play in the PIAA Boys Single A State Championship. Skovrenko will trigger it in from the baseline. He gets it into Elijah Minnie, and Minnie's immediately fouled. And the senior, who has struggled at the line, he will head to the line to try to put this one out of reach.
And that's the right person to foul if you're MCS. That's exactly what you wanted. Only a second and a half coming off the clock, and you send anybody to the line but Maverick Rowan. That's just what MCS wanted.
Well, I think this is exactly what Elijah Minnie wants.
Yep.
Elijah Minnie, 3 dribbles, sets and shoots. It is no good. It popped out. It hit everything, every part of the rim it hit, and then decided to pop out. Elijah Minnie crouches down, 5 more dribbles, and sends the shot on its way, and it's nothing but net. 68-64, 4-point game, down to 20 seconds. MCS, double team, tipped away, loose basketball. It's Lincoln Park's. Maverick Rowan has it. He's holding on to it. He is fouled with 14 seconds to go. Rowan's headed to the line.
Unbelievable. It looked like, was it Barnes got trapped just across the timeline for MCS? It was either Barnes or Hester. And then Maverick Rowan at the line. The last person you want there if you're MCS.
Shot is good. Maverick Rowan's first.
Unbelievable.
Good on the second. 70-64. Down to 10. Laren throw. And now they're just going to chunk a shot up. It's no good. The tip-in is good. And a timeout taken with 4 seconds remaining. The basket was Nazir Bostic. No, they're going to give it to Dowdy. Timeout on the floor. There's only 4.3 seconds, and it's a 4-point game, and Lincoln Park is about to cap off one of the best state championship comebacks in a long, long time.
What
Down
a game.
as many as 16.
What a game. Some of the
fans head to the exits.
Some of the fans head to the exits, yep.
The school that was founded back in 2006. It opens its doors. Basketball came just a few years later. Lincoln Park made their first state championship appearance in only their second year as a basketball program. Skovrenko in. It will be dribbled out, thrown up in the air, and ladies and gentlemen, Lincoln Park is your 2014 PIAA state champions. They've waited 37 years, but the golden ball is coming back to Midland. Unbelievable. 70-66, Lincoln Park defeats Mass Civics and Science Charter School. The Leopards are crowned state champs. Oh, how sweet it is.
Unbelievable. What a game. I mean, Hollywood couldn't have scripted a better game than that for the Leopards. Down 16 in the second quarter. They just slowly clawed their way back in. And they come away with a 4-point victory.
Down and out. They were down and out.